Wow, goddamn, that is far too pretty for me.
Today marks the day that this guitar is going out on its maiden voyage. And it's going to be quite a unique voyage. This is the beginning of our artist guitar program. If you haven't been following along up until now, let me bring you up to speed. Our new artist guitar program aims to support and inspire musicians by offering them the opportunity to use a specially built Turnstone guitar for free for a period of 6 months to create, play and record. The guitar then moves on to the next musician for the next 6 months, and the scheme will be open for new applicants every single year, selecting 2 more musicians with plans for the scheme to just keep on rolling for as long as musicians find it helpful. Today is an exciting day because the musician that we've chosen to be the first recipient of the guitar, singer-songwriter Dylan Fowley, he'll be visiting the workshop to pick up the guitar in person. So let me introduce him to you.
I started playing guitar when I was about 12 or 13, and I was big into metal, as many fingerstyle guitarists are. I think they have a background in playing electric guitar, and then one thing or the other, whether it's somebody else is too good at electric guitar or you're not feeling it on electric guitar, you go, oh well, I'll try the other one. It's what I did. I had a friend that was way too good at electric guitar, so I thought, oh, I'll try the other one.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Come on in.
Doing?
We are super excited to show this to you.
I'm very excited to see it.
Without further ado, I'll let you do it.
Oh, I get the honours,
yeah.
do I?
Yeah.
Ooh. Is that them all? There we go. Last one, magical. Wow, goddamn, that is far too pretty for me. That's stunning
not
off the
at all.
bat. That's beautiful. Wow, amazing. Am I allowed to take it out?
Yeah, please do.
Wow. Very precious. You don't want to cause any damage to it, you just want to look at it, don't you?
No, it's there to be played.
That's great. I love the red inlays in there as well. What was that on the top? Was it 6, was it?
That's thicker spruce, yeah. Ebony, fretboard and bridge. And yep, solid headstock with the same mahogany on the top. There's our Turnstone bird.
Yeah.
And got your scratch plate, and I've installed your K&K Trinity.
Yeah, that's perfect for me. That's what I'm used to. But yeah, it's good with the scratch plate with my creepy long nails. So I'll try and not scuff it up too much.
No, that's the thing about this is like it's fine for it to be, banged up. Obviously not destroyed in a fit of rage, but yeah, I think it's the dings and the little things that happen to it is all part of its journey. So
yeah, character
building, yeah.
That's what I have to tell myself the more my guitar gets damaged.
Yeah. Why did we choose Dylan as our first recipient? Let's find out a little bit more from the man himself.
My own playing style. I think that's one of those things that's a bit hard to answer yourself, but I definitely care an awful lot about the melody and about it making sense. I want there to be a direction that it follows. I don't want it to be too complicated. Maybe because I'm not like overtly technical myself, but yeah, no, my fingerstyle, I want there to be warmth. I want it to be memorable without cheesiness. I want it to be interesting but not overcomplicated. I want to like it, first and foremost, before anyone else. So that's what I strive for when I'm writing. I've got to love it. I'm not writing for anyone else. I'm just humbled if anybody else is into it, which plenty of people are. So I'm grateful. Yeah, I think I don't think about it too much, to be honest. I want to enjoy what I'm playing, and I venture into a lot of different styles to find that. I don't think there's one way I could describe it. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's the next thing. It's whatever's, making me feel in that moment, I guess. Yeah.
So you've just had a quick little go on the guitar. I guess it's going to take some time for you to get to know each other.
Absolutely, yeah.
But from what I understand, you've played one guitar for a very long period of time, so this is going to be quite alien to you, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been playing my Loudon guitar for 8 years now, so every little intricacy on that guitar is what my fingers are used to.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing opportunity for me, and like even the first difference, the immediate difference is having the cutaway, which I'm not used to at all, with lots of harmonic things up here. It's going to be very handy for me. But it's not too different to what I'm used to, so I think I'll be okay. It's a beautiful instrument, so can't complain.
And tone-wise, kind of, do you see this, as you've only just, as I say, played it very little bit, but is it quite different to?
It's
what
quite
you're used
different,
to?
yeah. I suppose like having a cedar top for so long, you're used to that sort of warmth that comes from it, whereas this is quite punchy, and it's almost like you hear the note more. That's how I would describe it. So it's just like it like jumps out a little bit more than I'm used to, which is nice. It's nice. It's a very nice difference. I also think that harmonics sound just slightly like sharper, which is what you want as a fingerstyle guitarist, at least in my field. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what I can do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's awesome because you put so much expression into the notes, and I know you sing as well, but as a player, I guess when you're purely doing fingerstyle, so much of your, like what the voice can do with its expression obviously adds so much to a vocal, and what you're doing with your kind of the vibrato, and you can explain it much better than I can, but what you're doing is kind of expressing the guitar through all these little nuances.
Yeah, well, I think I've said so many times before, and I think something I would tell to like an intermediate fingerstyle guitar player is like focus on your dynamics as well. It's far better to play, something easy perfectly than to play something hard terribly.
Yeah.
So focus on your dynamics. That's something I do. Make sure like the note means something. That little vibrato there makes it sound, in my opinion, it's so much better than just the note,
Yeah.
I'm cheating a bit with the harmonic that just sounds nice in the open tuning, but yeah, definitely the dynamics, that's so important. And like you said, with singing, just the vibrato makes a big difference. There's so much more involved to singing, but on guitar, making sure the note rings, or doesn't ring in some instances, is so important. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. And what tuning do you have it in now?
I couldn't tell you the actual name of
okay.
it, but it's a D sharp, A sharp, and then C, and then G, and then A sharp, and then F, which is just one of the many tunings that I've used over the years. It's one of my favorites. I don't know maybe somebody out there can tell me the actual open tuning, but yeah, it's just usually what I'll do is I'll start from a tuning that's well known, and then I'll make slight changes to it. Most tunings have been used already, but there's been a few times I think, hopefully not vainly, that I've stumbled across a tuning myself. So,
Yeah.
that's definitely one I think I took from someone else. I couldn't tell you what it was though, but yeah.
No, that's super interesting. And do you find that, you just play around with it because you can hear a certain sound in your head that you need to get through the open strings?
For sure. I think I'll hear like a melody in my head first. Well, no, actually that's a lie. I'll tune to an open tuning because I'm curious. I'll just like the sound that it is, or especially the harmonics, which just sound good in every open tuning.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'll do is I'll tune to a tuning, and then I'll get like a very simple like melody in my head, and I'll sort of flesh it out around that. That's sort of my thinking. But I'm also somebody that just get a bit bored in the same tuning, so I need the inspiration of a new tuning.
Yeah.
A new chord is just you're tuning to a chord, so it's nice and easy.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than standard tuning, that's for sure. Absolutely.
And you were saying to me before that you don't really kind of have musical training per se, so it's all just kind of...
Yeah, that sounds pretty.
Through, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like I don't have the theoretical background, but I did learn like a lot of songs in different tunings, which helped me understand shapes and voicings and stuff, good reference points and stuff like that. So it's not like I've got nothing, but if you ask me about the theoretical background to anything that I'm playing, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what the chord is or where it comes from. So yeah, it's definitely a different way to learn. But and I wouldn't encourage it. Definitely get a teacher if you can.
Well,
but no, it's quite liberating to sort of find on your own as well.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
totally, and not be kind of confined by theory, as it were.
No.
Just be guided by what, like you say, that sounds good.
I do think in open tunings, it's important to not think in chords.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the open strings are doing so much for you. Like, that on its own is a chord, you know? You don't have to think about it too much. Like, it's going to sound nice with the next open string. I can't explain it in a way that sounds amazing, but don't think too much about it, is what I would encourage, you know? Just mess around, be inquisitive. Be experimental with it, you know? It's a journey.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I guess kind of the journey that to come back around to kind of, this guitar, and what do you think an instrument could, as much as you can tell, like this would take you maybe in a different way or inspire
absolutely.
you?
I think that's the best thing about a new instrument, isn't it? It's inspiring in itself. So yeah, definitely. I'm a very inspirable person. You know, I think I'm somebody that needs to be inspired to keep going. So it's about the best thing you can have as a new instrument. You know, I don't know. Tunings are going to sound different in a different guitar. Everything's different. You know, I can't explain it in a very good way, but
no,
I'm very excited to have this in my hands and to experience to put all the knowledge that I know onto it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I think it will be great.
No, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am that it's starting with you, this journey, and yeah, we can't wait to see what you do with it, and yeah, just wish you all the best with it.
Thank you very much. I think I could speak all day about all the musicians that have inspired me, but I'll whittle it down. Newton Faulkner is what made me want to play acoustic guitar and be a musician in general. You know, he was so important to me as a teenager. You know, I think it's so important that musicians have like a role model, or at least a few musicians that inspire them to play, let alone the instrument itself. So he was the big one. And then not long after that, I got big into a few guitarists, Andy McKee, Antoine Dufour, who was massive for me and is probably my biggest influence overall when it comes to my playing. I think you could probably reference the most. And then Don Ross and another guitarist called Eric Mongrain are probably my biggest inspirations. And I think if you were to listen to their music, you'd probably hear that in there when you listen to me play. And they inspire me like with their tunings as well as like their music as well. So it's not just tunings I'm coming up with, I'm stealing a lot, as all musicians do. Nothing's original. I play a Loudon F23 guitar, which I've played for many, many years now. It's molded into my hands. I'm also playing D'Addario strings, the XS Phosphor Bronzes. I'm using G7 capos, the best in the world. And yeah, I'm not much of a pedal geek, but I use the Tonewood amp. And if you find my videos, I'm using a Tonewood amp in just about all of them, which is amplifying it through the sound hole itself. As far as like a rig goes, like I don't really use many pedals other than a tuner pedal. I couldn't give you much more than that, unfortunately. I'm very old school when it comes to acoustic guitar. I just care about the strings and the guitar. But I think if I was playing more live shows, I'd definitely be inclined to try out all the pedals and stuff. Have a tuner, that's important. Definitely be in tune.
I'm not sure if I'm the same man. A few more lines upon my face and it's last. This old mirror on my wall holds the truth that I could never tell. How is it that we have come to this? Wake the sleeping dog, it's worth the risk. Wasting all my precious time, but how the hell do you unwind? God knows What I long for is what you long for too.
Instagram was massive for me. It's what built any following that I have has been off the back of that, essentially. So obviously that's not where I want to be forever. You know, I want to branch out everywhere, more live shows, more releases, and I'm working towards that. I know this guitar is going to inspire me to do those things. I'm on all socials now, so you can find me anywhere, wherever you're comfortable. And I do have releases on all streaming platforms. Yeah, I'm very excited by having the guitar, and yeah, I definitely have plans to record some songs that I haven't had the chance to record yet. I'm very excited it's inspired me to record some of the songs that admittedly I should have probably recorded a long time ago.
We'll be keeping up to date with Dylan and what he does with his Turnstone guitar over the next 6 months, so make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with both Dylan and our Artist Guitar program. Thanks for watching.